The question, the arithmetic mean of 45 and 57. So how to find out the arithmetic mean of any two numbers? So arithmetic mean, we can consider that as AM. Arithmetic mean of any two numbers x and y, we can find it. This is x plus y by 2. So basically, this arithmetic mean acts in the form of average. So here we are considering what is the average of two numbers. So if you have two numbers like this, 45 and 57, just add up together, then divide it by 2. What you will get? Here adding these values, you will get this is equal to 102 divided by 2. The answer is 51. So the answer is option 2. Then move to the next question. Find the unit digit of 672 raised to 24 plus 672 raised to 45. So how to find out the unit digit of such a number? So here, first we have to consider individually, we have to take both the situations. First we are going to find out what is the unit digit of 672 raised to 24. Got it? So this is same as the unit digit of 2 raised to 24. Got it? Unit digit of 2 raised. That means we have to consider only this unit place digit. 672 raised to 24 means we are simply multiplying the number 672 into continuously 24 times. So in each time when we are multiplying the value, only we have to consider the change occurred at the place of unit place, at the unit digit. So here 2 into 2, that will become 4 and so on. So in such a question, what you have to consider? You just think about all the possible unit digit occurrence of this 2. So that is technically called cyclicity of unit digit. So here we are considering the cyclicity of unit digit. So in the case of 2, so we are considering here 2 raised to 1. What is the unit digit here? So that is 2 itself. Think about what about 2 square? 2 square, its unit digit is 4. 2 cube, obviously we know that is 8. Then 2 raised to 4. So if it is 2 raised to 4, what do you want to do? Either you have to consider what is the actual value of 2 raised to 4, or you just simply multiply this 8 by 2. So what it will become? 16. 16, you just write only 6. You don't want to write entire 16 as a whole value here. We are considering only unit digit. Then think about the next such value. If we are considering 2 raised to 5, what it will become? So that is 6 into 2. So that will become 12. So its unit digit again 2. So we got the idea that after this 4 steps of unit digit, the repetition will start. And the unit digit, further unit digits of 2's any exponents is one among this cyclic pattern. So therefore, here we got the idea when the exponent is 1, that is unit digit is 2, exponent is 2, unit digit is 4, exponent is 3, unit digit is 8, exponent is 4, unit digit is 6 and so on. So if you are counting like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on, whenever the exponent is a multiple of 4, in such a situation unit digit is always 6. So think about our given question. Here the exponent is 24. 24. Is it a multiple of 4? Sure. So therefore, which will be the unit digit here? 6. So the first number's unit digit we got. Fortunately, the second number is also same. So second condition we just consider, that is unit digit of 672 raised to 45. So now we got the idea. So this is same as unit digit of 2 raised to 45. Here also we are considering the same pattern, 2 raised to 45. There you have to count it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. So whenever this exponent will be 40 at that in this value, exponent again will be 44 at that time, the unit digit will be 6. So if 44 at that time the unit digit will be 6, then 45. So the unit digit is 2. Like that we are counting. So you just simply counting like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. up to 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, then 45 is here. Therefore, that is 2. What do you want to find out? So we have to find out the unit digit of this expression. So that's the sum of these two values. Therefore, the final unit digit. So therefore, the final unit digit. So that is the sum of these two values. That is 6 plus 2. What it is? So that's equal to 8. And the answer is first option. Okay, then move to the next question. The total number of prime numbers between 10 and 50. So which are prime numbers? Hope you all have a basic idea about prime numbers. So prime numbers are natural numbers which have exactly 2 factors. So 1 and the number itself. These types of numbers are called prime numbers. Do you know the distribution of prime numbers? So that's a very important requirement. So if you are considering the numbers from 1 to 100, how many prime numbers here? So you have to keep it in your mind. There are 25 prime numbers. There are 25 prime numbers. And out of this, if you are considering the range from 1 to 50, so that means in the first step, 50 natural numbers. How many prime numbers are there? So there are 15 prime numbers. So that's also a very important understanding. So that means obviously the remaining part, that means remaining 10 prime numbers should be greater than 50 but less than 100. So these are all basic distribution you have to by heart. Then here the question, it's again considering another range from or between 10 and 50. So while we are considering between 10 and 50, so that means how many prime numbers less than 10 that we have to subtract from this number, then we will get the answer. So therefore here we just consider prime numbers less than 10. So those are single digit prime numbers. So those prime numbers are 2, 3, 5 and 7. There are such 4 prime numbers, and the 2 is an important prime number. 2 is the only one even prime number, as all the prime numbers are odd numbers. Got it? And 2 is the least prime number. Got it? So here we have 4 such prime numbers. Therefore we can conclude, so prime numbers between 10 and 50. 10 and 50. As we got, so there are 15 numbers, 15 prime numbers less than 50. Out of these 15 prime numbers, 4 numbers are less than 10. Therefore, between 10 and 50, there are 11 prime numbers. So the answer is first. Got it? So these all are very important understanding. That's the distribution of prime numbers. What you have to do, you just write down the list of prime numbers from 1 to 100, or the prime numbers in the first 100 natural numbers. And that's a challenging task. So first, if you are writing, or if you are trying to write the prime numbers in the first 100 natural numbers, most probably you may make mistakes there. Got it? So what you have to do, with the help of a proper list, it's available from website. So you just correct it. And it's a mandatory requirement to get in familiar with the prime numbers. So suppose you may get the questions like this. So what is the sum of the prime numbers in between 20 and 50? So if you are not aware about the prime numbers, which among those lists or that particular list are primes, then how you can answer it? So therefore, these are very important requirement. Understand or getting familiar with the prime numbers at least less than 100. Consider the next question. We can add P to 4673 to make it a multiple of 39. P is equal to. So here 4673 plus P. So is a multiple multiple of 39. First of all, we are checking whether there are any easy, tricky, smart way for finding the answer of such a question. So I will teach you what is a tricky concept here. So here 39, how this 39 formed? So this is 3 into 13. Got it? So if the number is a multiple of 39, basically that should be a multiple of 3. So you have to consider this number. So what is the requirement, or how we can identify whether the given number is a multiple of 3? So that is nothing but the sum of the digits should be a multiple of 3. So the divisibility rule for 3, sum of digits should be divisible by 3. So while we are considering this number, what is the sum of the digits here? You just simply add it. So this is 4 plus 6, 10. 10 plus another 10, 20. So this is 20 plus p. If you want to make the sum as a multiple of 3, so out of the given options which is possible, if it is 6, so this will be equal to 26. So it's not a multiple of 3. If it is 7, so this sum will be equal to 27. It's a multiple of 3. If it is 8, 28 is not a multiple of 3. 9, 29, it's not a multiple of 3. Fortunately, we reached a conclusion that 7 is only the possibility here. So the answer is 7. So this is the tricky approach. Then we can consider what is the conventional approach towards this type of a question. So what you want to do? You just simply divide this 4673 by 39. So this is the conventional approach. Here we know that 1 time of 39 lies here. So then 7 is here. 77. So here again 1 time of 39. So what is remaining here? 38. Then 383 here. So here we know that if you are taking 10 times of 39, I am taking it in a tricky way. If it is 10 times of 39, so what it will become? This is 390. So consider, if this 383, if you are adding 7 to this number, then that will be definitely equal to 390 at this final step. So that's the trick here. That means our number should be, we have to add 7 to this number to make it as a multiple of 39. Therefore, what is the value of p? Therefore, p is equal to 7. So that's a tricky approach to find out. So that's a conventional way, but in that conventional way, we are making some slight changes. So that means 10 times of 39 will be equal to 390. So actually only 9 times it lies here, but we are considering which will be the nearest or the least such value to add to this number for making it as a multiple of 39. Okay, then move to the next question. What percentage of numbers from 1 to 100 has 0 as one of the digits? So 0 as the one of the digits, the first such number is 10, second 20, and third 30, and so on. So here up to 100. Here we need to find out how many numbers here. So now misinterpret that, how many zeros. So how many zeros in the sense here we know that 100 contains one more zero. So but the question is not about how many zeros, how many such numbers. It should contain at least 1 zero. Got it? So that means here we have 10 such numbers. 10 such numbers. Clear? 10 such numbers. So then we are going to find out this 10 numbers is what percentage of total. Total how many numbers there? 100 numbers. So our required percentage. We got 10. So we need to find out this is what percentage of 100. How we can do it? So this is the way. Actually, we don't want to write the step like this. So while writing the question itself, you'll get the idea. There are 100 numbers. Out of those 100 numbers, 10 numbers should satisfy this condition. So that 10 is 10% of 100. So the answer is 10%. That is option 2. Okay, then the next question. 12.5% of 360 plus 36% of 125. So this is 12.5% of 360 plus 36% of 125. So while observing this set of values, is there any interesting relationship between the values? So while observing the values here, we know that this is 125, this is 125, this is 360, this is 36. Clear? So what you can do here, so this is a kind of rearrangement. Kind of rearrangement in the sense, here we can combine the values. So what is the rearrangement? Here we can give this 10 to this 12.5. So then how it will become? This is also 125% of 36. So understand, there's a rearrangement. This kind of internal sharing is possible. Plus, so what is the next arrangement? Interchange these values. So that is x percentage of y is same as y percentage of x. That is known as the golden rule in percentage. Therefore, this is 125% of 36. Then after that, what do you want to do? Here, both the bases are same, both the percentages are same. You just add one among them. So I am considering 125 and 125, I am adding them. So that is 250% of 36. So either one among them, or you can write it in the form, or this is same as, 125% of. Here we are adding this 36 plus 36, 72. One method at a time. So never add both the values. Got it? So then, what is the next step? If you need to consider 250% of any value, that's quite simple. 250% of any value means 2.5 times of that value. So what is 2.5 times of that value? So 1 time, 2 times, half times. 1 time, 2 times, half times. Clear? That is 2.5 times. So what is the value here? 12 plus 8. So that is 20. 2 is there. So this is equal to 90. Got it? So here we will get the value. So like this. Or that is simply 2.5 times of this value means 2 times of 36, that's equal to 72. Half times of 36, that is 18. 72 plus 18, that's equal to 90. Got it? So this way we can find out. So that's a tricky approaching style here. So instead of considering the fractional type of approach is also possible in this types of question, but it's a beautiful numerical arrangement. Next one, 40% of a plus b is equal to 60% of a minus b. Find a is to b. So here we can write 40% of a plus b. So which is equal to 60% of a minus b. Got it? What I am going to write here, we need to find out what is a is to b. So here a plus b. Then take this a minus b towards left side. This is 60. 60 by this one 40. Or we can simplify it as 3 by 2. Either you can cross multiply the values, then find the ratio of a and b. So that's the usual method. I will teach you another easiest approach here. So whenever you will get such an expression, if you need to find out a is to b, so there is a trick. So here, from this step, you can easily conclude a is to b is nothing but 3 plus 2 by 3 minus 2. That's a simple trick. If you will get the expressions like this, then a is to b is nothing but sum of these values divided by difference between those values. So what is the result here? So that is 5 is to 1. So 5 is to 1. This is the answer. Then what is the reason behind such kind of operation? So that is nothing but the application of componendo dividendo. Componendo dividendo. So maybe you heard it about the property of proportion. So what is the property of proportion here? So componendo dividendo is nothing but here sum of these values. That means a plus b plus a minus b divided by a plus b minus a minus b on right side, that is 3 plus 2 by 3 minus 2. If a proportion like this existing, then this kind of a relation also will exist. So while we are adding this one, this is 2a by 2b is equal to 5 by 1. Here 2 and 2 becomes simplified or eliminated. So we will get that as 5:1. Okay, then the next question. A bat was sold at a price of 2,000 with a profit of 25% and the cost price of the bat. So we need to find out the cost price. Here, this is the selling price. Selling price, here selling price is 125% of cost price. Why? Because there is a profit of 25%. This is a direct approach. 125% of the cost price, that is selling price here. Got it? Then we can easily find out what is the cost price of the bat. That is 2,000 divided by 125 into 100. So that's simple. So we just simplify this one. Here we know that 4 times of 25, this is 5 times of 25. And here we can simplify this one again. This is 400. So 400 into 4, that is equal to 1,600. So this is one way. Or in another way, so what do you have to consider? You just practically think about which among the given options 25% will add to the option to make it equal to 2,000. That's very simple. So definitely we are sure that price should be less than 2,000. So here we have the options like this one. This we can eliminate because this is greater than 2,000. Rest all the options we just consider. So here we just consider that value should be a multiple of 4. So consider this option, and this option is also a multiple of 4, but it's quite convenient. What is 1/4 of 600? That is 400. That means 1,600 plus 400 will be equal to the required 2,000. That means once you are approaching these types of questions, you don't want to convert it into the most complicated set of calculation style. Instead, you just approach it in a practical manner. First of all, you have to understand the question clearly and try to catch it easily from the set of options. That's the advantage of arithmetic topic. So you can answer most of the questions from the options or some of the tricky way of practical approach. And here, these types of questions here, we can consider unitary method too. Here we don't have the cost price. So we just assume the cost price as 100. And selling price, we can write it as 125 because there is a profit of 25%. Again, you can simplify it further. This is 4, this is 5. That's a simple logic. Here this 5 is representing 2,000 rupee. Then what this 4 represents. So that's it. That's a very simple approach. As we know, this 5 into 400 will be equal to 2,000. Therefore, 4 into 400 will be equal to 1,600. So that's the approach. That's a direct approach or the unitary method for finding the answer of this types of questions. Manu is a salesman. He finds that selling an article for ₹76, there is a profit of 52%. If he sells it for ₹75, the profit would be. Again, we can consider that unitary method. Here you just consider the actual cost price of this article as 100. Got it? So that means at 76, he made a profit of 52%. So here we have to consider the profit percent. So instead of this one, we can directly consider. Suppose if he is selling it at 76 rupee, he made a profit of 52%. Then you can write it as this is 152% of cost price. Instead, if he sells it for rupees 75, so what is the profit? Correct. You just think about the relationship between these two values, 76 and this 152. So 76 into 2. So this 75 and this value again we just consider into 2. So then what it will become? This is 150% of the cost price. So if this is 150% of cost price, how we can interpret it? That there is a profit of 52%. Instead, if it is in the case 150% of the cost price, then what is the profit percentage there? That is 50%. Therefore, we can consider that there is a profit equal to 50%. Clear? So the answer is option 2. Okay, then the next question. If a equal to root 2 plus root 3, then what will be the value of a cube plus 1 by a cube? So here we just consider a. So for the convenience of operations, whenever we are writing these kinds of surds, these are called surd, S-U-R-D, surd. Correct? So these are operations with the surds. So when you will get the surds for these types of operations, you just write the bigger value at first. So root 3 plus root 2. Then we just consider what is 1 by a. So 1 by a, nothing but the reciprocal of this value. So how to find out 1 by a? So 1 by a means 1 by root 3 plus root 2. For rationalizing the denominator, we have to multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3 minus 2. That is the conjugate of this denominator. So this is root 3 minus root 2. You will get this as root 3 minus root 2. What about the denominator? That is root 3 square minus root 2 square. That will be equal to 1. So here the conjugate of this value is root 3 minus root 2. So that's an important understanding. You have to learn such a proficiency. So whenever you will get a surd like this, immediately you have to reach what is a reciprocal of such a surd, and you can do it by mind. So what do you want to do? You just simply write the conjugate of this value and think about what will be the difference between these two and the root values. Here that is 3 and 2. So that difference is equal to 1. Therefore, the denominator will be equal to that one. So that's a simple logic here. So here we got these values like this. Then after that, what do you want to consider? So what is a plus 1 by a, the whole cube? As we know, a plus 1 by a, the whole cube, is a cube plus 1 by a cube plus 3 into a into 1 by a into a plus 1 by a. Here a into 1 by a becomes simplified. So from this arrangement, what is a cube plus 1 by a cube? So that is a plus 1 by a, the whole cube, minus 3 into a plus 1 by a. Once you are familiar with these types of algebraic operations, directly you can reach this expression. So here a plus 1 by a, as we know, that's equal to, here what is a plus 1 by a? What is a plus 1 by a? Here root 3 become add together. Then we can write that as 2 root 3 and root 2 eliminated. So therefore here we can write this is 2 root 3 cube. So don't be afraid about such an expression. You can easily find out it. So this is 3 into 2 root 3. So 2 root 3 cube, how we can do 2 root 3 cube? So that is 2 root 3 into 2 root 3 into 2 root 3. How it will become? So 2 into 2 into 2, 8 into, So root 3 into root 3, that is 3 into 1 root 3 here. So that is equal to 24 root 3. So 2 root 3 cube, that is 24 root 3 minus this is 6 root 3. So here root 3 act in the form of a variable. So this is similar to 24x minus 6x. So what is 24x minus 6x? That is 18x. Instead of x, you just consider that as root 3. Here the answer is 18 root 3. So that is option 2. So here I explained all the steps of this operation, but what you have to consider whenever you are approaching such a question, what's the required step? So from this a, you have to immediately reach 1 by a. Through that way, you can immediately catch what is a plus 1 by a. These are all things you can do by mind through your practice. Then after that, immediately you have to rush into this expression. So this is a plus 1 by a form. Therefore, we know that this a will become simplified. Therefore, immediately reach to this kind of an expression. Just substitute the value of 2 root 3 into such an expression. I will get the value. So what's the interesting thing here? So the most favorable thing related to this question, once you are familiar with these all basic ideas, you can do the entire steps of these questions by mind. Yeah, it's a quite convenient set of questions, but maybe at the initial time you are facing difficulty with operations with the sets, but you have to practice it. A plus b is 6. Then what will be the value of a cube plus b cube plus 18ab? So here the expression is a cube plus b cube plus 18ab. So what you want to do, you just consider a plus b equal to 6. Therefore, a plus b the whole cube. What is a plus b the whole cube? A cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Got it? So like that, we just consider 3ab into a plus b. So this expansion. So therefore, here we need to consider a plus b the whole cube. That is 6 cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab. We don't know what is the value of ab, but a plus b is 6. So just observe this one on right side, that is a cube plus b cube plus. So what about this one? This is 18ab. So what is 18ab on right side? That's equal to 6 cube. That is nothing but 216. Hence the answer is option 3. Clear? Move to the next question. A rectangle of sides 8 cm, 15 cm inscribed in a circle. So what is the radius of the circle? First of all, you just think about the nature or the structure of this figure. So you have to visualize it. So first you just consider a circle. Correct? And you have to inscribe. You have to inscribe a rectangle in this figure. Correct? So inscribe a rectangle here. Okay. So here we inscribed a rectangle here. And we need to find out the radius of this circle, as I understand from this diagram. So radius of this circle is nothing but the diagonal of this rectangle. So you just simply consider. So this diagonal. Correct? So this diagonal. Here we can consider its midpoint. So suppose this is the center of the circle here. So this is the center of the circle. I just named it as C. So what is the radius here? So here we need to find out the radius. So radius is half of the diagonal. That is half of the diagonal. So here the measures. So this longer side, that is 15 centimeter. Shorter side, that is 8 centimeter. So this is 15. Consider this right triangle. So what is the third side or this diagonal? So there you can apply Pythagoras theorem, or as per Pythagorean triplet. We know that there is an important Pythagorean triplet, that is 8 is to 15 is to 17. So therefore this diagonal, so that is equal to 17. So as this diagonal equal to 17, these two values are 8 and 15, or otherwise how we can find out? So this is diagonal, this diagonal equal to root of 15 square plus 8 square. So here you will get the same 17. What is this radius? That is this diagonal divided by 2, that's equal to 17 by 2. What it will become? This is equal to 8.5 centimeter. So first of all, you have to make a geometrical understanding about the question. Then after that, you just apply that Pythagorean triplet for finding the answer. Okay, move to the next question. A polygon has 54 diagonals. Determine the number of sides. So here, first you have to understand what is the result. Number of diagonals in an n-sided polygon. Number of diagonals in an n-sided polygon. So that is equal to n into n minus 3 by 2. n into n minus 3 by 2. With the help of this result, you can easily find out the answer. Here, n into n minus 3. What is this n? n is the number of sides as well as number of vertices of the polygon. So n into n minus 3 by 2, it is given that that's equal to 54. Got it. Then the rest of the operations, we know that you are multiplying these all values, take this 2 towards right side and so on. But what I am saying, so if you are doing such a type of operations, you finally reach a quadratic equation, then you are going to find out what is the value of n. Instead, at this step, you just simply substitute the values from the options. Simply substitute the values from the options. So then which will be the answer? Like that you can consider. So if you are considering this one, if n is equal to 12, so if n equal to 12, then n into n minus 3 by 2. So we are checking which will be the output here. So here we know that this is 6, so this is equal to 54. Yeah, it's matching. So what is the conclusion here? 12 is the right answer. Otherwise, what you want to do, you just convert it in the form of a quadratic, then you have to solve it. But what you want to do, you just simply substitute the value from the options at this point of time. Suppose, fortunately, here we got the first option itself as the answer. But if you are substituting any of the other options, don't worry, you will get. So those are not satisfying. For example, if you are substituting n is equal to 9, if you are substituting n is equal to 9, what we will get? So this is n into n minus 3 by 2. So what you will get? This is 27. It's not matching with this one. Therefore, we have to consider what is the required one. So like that, we can reach the conclusion. Therefore, this is not the answer. So this substitution method will help save your time. So first of all, you have to by heart that result. Okay. Next question. What is Mithun's present age? After 4 years, his age will be 10 times his age 5. If after 4 years, his age will be 10 times his age 5 years back. So we just consider present age of Mithun, that is x years. So Mithun's age after 10 years, that means x plus 4. That is 10 times his age 5 years ago. So we just simply do it, then you can find out the value. So this is 10x minus 50. So take this 10 hours x or take 10x on right side, take this x towards right side, that is 9x. So this is equal to 54. Then what is the value of x? X is equal to 6. The present age of Mithun, that is 6 years. It's a quite simple equation application. So basically it's an age problem. We know that the age problem, they have two different types of approaches. One is the application of simple equations and the another one, a lion's share of the questions. So that's the application of ratio. Go to the next one. This is the concept of combining ratios. So how to combining ratio, combine ratio, got it? So this is combining ratios. So I just directly reached to the conclusion of this question. Here, P is to Q. P is to Q. So that is 2 is to 3. Next, Q is to R. Yeah. Here I will write all the values are in the form of capital letter. So this is Q is to R. So what it is? That is 5 is to 7. And finally, R is to S. R is to S. Here this is S. Okay. That is 6 is to 7. Then we have to find out what is P is to, Q is to, R is to S. So here we are combining three ratios. For combining these three ratios, first you have to make sure, so these values are same. Here the first ratio's end value that is same as the second ratio's starting value. What the technical terminology for representing those values? Here one ratio's first value is called antecedent and the second value is called consequent. Suppose here A is to B. Here this A is called antecedent, and this B is called consequent, antecedent and consequent. That's not an important thing, only mathematical interest related. We have to consider such terminologies, understand that thing. Here we have to make sure these variables are same, then only we can combine it. And how to combine it? So combining these ratios, first you just multiply all the values from this first column. So here we have two columns. So here this is one column, this second column. So multiply all the values from first column. Got it? So here 2 into 5 into 6. As we know that 2 into 5, 10, 10 into 6, 60 is 2. Then what is the second step? Here you just remove or replace the first value from the second column. So that means the second step of operation 3 into 5 into 6. Got it? 3 into 5 into 6. So what is the value here? This is equal to 90. The next one, 3 into 7 into 6. Got it? So that's what is the product here? 3 into 7, 21. 21 into 6, that is equal to 126. 126. And finally, 3 into 7 into 7. 21 into 7. So what is the value here? That is 147. So while observing these values, we know that 3 is a common factor. So understand that order of operation. So here 3 is a common factor. When we divide this value by 3, this is 30. So here the first value that is 20. So first one 20, second one 30, and third one 42, and the fourth one, what it will become, that is 49. So this is the simplified form here, therefore which will be the answer. Here the answer is option 3. Understand that order of combining three ratios here. So this way we can catch. Another one more arrangement also possible. So that arrangement will help you to combine even two ratios also. If we are considering the case of two ratios, at that time the combining method, so that will be like this. I will explain. If you need to combine two ratios, suppose P is to Q, so that is 1 is to 2, and Q is to R, so which is 3 is to 4. So how to combine them? So for finding P is to Q is to R, here you just combine these two values, 1 into 3, 3, then multiply these two values, 3 into 2, 6, then multiply 2 into 4, that is equal to 8. So this is how to combine two ratios. So understand this is the combining form of three ratios. Okay, then move to the next question. So 18.18 divided by 9 plus 2.7 of 3. So 18.18 divided by 9 plus 2.7 of 3. So here we have 3 operations. Which are 3 operations? The first one division, second addition, third of. If you constrain the arithmetic hierarchy, so that means which order comes first. So which have the preference here? Of operation have the preference here. So therefore this of we have to take it first. So what is the answer here? 2.7 into 3. So that is 8.1. As we know, 27 to 3 is equal to 81. And the next we have to consider this operation. So that is nothing but 18.18 divided by 9. So what is the value here? This is 2 times of 9, that is 18, and 0 will be there, then another 2 times. So finally our value will become 2.2 plus 8.1. 2.02 plus 8.1. So what will be the final answer here? Just add up together. So that's equal to 10.12. So 10.12. So this is the answer 3. So add these values together. So that is equal to 10.12. Next question, evaluate 11 square 11 raised to 4 divided by 11 cube minus 11 plus 0.5 into 11 square. Here first we can write these values. So this is 11 square plus 11 raised to 4 divided by 11 cube minus 11 plus 0.5 into 11 square. We can consider it like this. So that bracket is nothing but that's the type of multiplication. Got it? So first, which operation we have to perform? First we have to consider this operation. So this is 11 raised to 4 by 11 cube. That is 11 itself. Got it? That is 11 itself. And we can combine them. So the first one, so that is 11 square plus 11 minus 11 plus. So next one is 0.5 into 11 square. Got it? So what do you have to do? Usually we know that this 0.5 into 11 square should do that as the next step. So here we can consider, instead of doing this operation, I just simply cancel these 2 values. That won't affect this operation. This is simply 11 square plus 0.5 into 11 square. So while we are considering these 2 values, what you can take as common? So you can take 11 square as common. So this is 1 plus. So this is 1 by 2. Got it? So what it will become? So this is equal to 11 square, that is 121, into what is 1 plus 1 by 2? That is 3 by 2. So instead of considering the decimal operations, we can convert that in the form of fractions. So what is advantage there? This is 363 by 2. So what it will become? 181.5. Got it? So the answer is option 2. That is 181.5. The next question, the smallest number of 6 digit divisible by 111. Smallest number of 6 digit divisible by 111. So what do you want to do? You just consider the smallest 6 digit number. This is the smallest 6 digit number. Sure. Then you just divide it by 111. So here we know that this 100 contains this 1000 9 times. So this is 999. So 1 is there. Then take this 0. So 0 here. Take this 0. 0 here. Got it? So like that we just consider the value. So if you write this 0, then it is not divisible. Therefore, we just put this 0. If you're writing this 0, then also it's not satisfying. Then we know that if you want to make this value as 111. So what is the required quantity here? So here at this point, we got the idea that if instead of these 2 zeros, that means if you are adding 11 with this number, so this is also become 111. So what is the conclusion here? Instead of these 2 zeros, so we have to consider those 2 ones there. So how it will become, if you are considering that's equal to 1 0 0 0 1 1. So this should be the least 6 digits multiples of 111. And the answer is option 3. Then the next question, what percentage of 48 is 26? Understand the order. So what percentage of y is x? So how we can find it? After this of, which will be the value immediately comes after of, that should be the denominator. So x should be the numerator here. So this is the step of operation. In the similar way, if you need to find out this 26 is what percentage of 48. So therefore our required step, that is 26 divided by 48 into 100%. Got it? So then how to simplify it? How to simplify it? Here we know that except the second option, rest all the options are closely connected. So nearest set of values. So therefore you just simplify it like this. This is 12 times of 4 is equal to 48. 25 times of 4 is equal to 100. 13 times of 2 is equal to 26. 6 times of 2 is equal to 12. Then you have to multiply these values, then divided by 6. So what is 13 into 25? As we know that 4 times of 25 is equal to 100. Then 12 times, that is 300. So 13 times, that means 325. So this is 325 divided by 6. So that's the usual division you have to do. This is 325 by 6. So here 5 times of 6, that is 30. Then 25 is there 4 times, that is 24. So remaining 1 is there. So that is 54 and 1 by 6. So that is equal to 54 and 1 by 6. So this much percentage. This 1 by 6 is nothing but 0.166666. So we can write it's in the recurrent decimal form, 54.16666666. It's a recurrent decimal. So if we are rounding up this one, so that is 54.17. But here our answer is, so in the form 54.16. So therefore that's the answer. Or we can round up it in the form 54.17%. The next question, what is 18 and 3 by 4% of 2000? So this 18 and 3 by 4%, I am writing it as 0.75, 3 by 4. We know that its decimal value 0.75% of 2000. So how we can convert? So we can write it's in the reverse order. So this is 2000% of 18.75. So what you are doing is, so that the easiest and interesting way, these two hundreds you can take here. Got it? So therefore if you are rearranging them, or otherwise you just simply write directly in the form, this is equal to 2000 into 18.75 divided by 100. That's a direct approach. Like that also we can proceed it. So if you are considering such a type of operation instead of doing this rearrangement, you can directly consider the usual operation. So this is 2000 into 18.75 divided by 100. That's the usual operation. So what it will become? 100 we can cancel. This is 20 times of 18.75, or that is 2 times of 187.5. So what it will become? 2 times of 5 is equal to 10. 2 times of 7, 14, plus 1, 15, 36, plus 1, 37. So this is equal to 375. And the answer is option 4. So that's a mere calculation, percentage-wise calculation. Through that calculation, you can easily catch it. The sum of 101 plus 104 plus 107, etc. While observing the sequence or series, what is the speciality of such a series? Yeah, this is arithmetic progression. So this is basically an arithmetic progression. Got it? So arithmetic progression. So here in this arithmetic progression, which is the first term, that is 101, and which is the common difference here, so that is 103 plus 104. What's the difference here? 3. And 104 to 107, what is the difference? 3. That's the common difference. So first of all, we have to find out what is, if A1 is 101, then AN, that is the last term, that is 161. First of all, we have to find out what is number of terms. So for finding the number of terms, that is simply AN, that means last term, divided by A1, divided by common difference, AN minus A1, divided by common difference, plus 1. So this is one of the important result here, Got it? So this way we can find out the number of terms. Here, what is the number of terms? So this is equal to 161 minus 101 divided by 3 plus 1. So what it is, 161 minus 101, that's equal to 60. 60 by 3 is equal to 20. So 20 plus 1, 21 terms here. So the next one, we have to consider the sum of the terms. So here, the sum of the terms. So that is Sn. Sum of the term, they are the result n by 2 into A1 plus AN. Got it? Here again, we just consider, we got the value of 20, n as 21. This is 21 by 2 into AN is 101 plus 161. So this is equal to 21 into, what is 101 by 161? That's equal to 262. 262 divided by 2. So that is simply 21 into 131. In such a step of operations, you just consider which will be the value. It's from the options you can easily find out. So what is 21 into 131? Definitely that will end in 1, right? End in 1. So here we have two options, but those are closely connected. So which will be the answer? So either you have to multiply them, or I just give a simple trick to escape from such a step of multiplication. Here this 21, it contains 3 as a factor. 3 as a factor. So just observe, given these two options, which is a multiple of 3. So how to identify whether the given number is a multiple of 3? First we consider the unit digit. Because of the unit digit, these won't be the answers. Then the divisibility by 3. Divisibility by 3, just add up the digits together. Here 2 plus 7, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. Plus 1, 15. That 15 is a multiple of 3. It's divisible. But the next one, 2 plus 8, 10. 10 plus 5, 15 plus 1, 16. It's not. So therefore, we are sure this product is 2751. So you can apply these types of simple numerical tricks for finding the answer of similar type of questions. The next question, it's based on an identity. So what is the identity here? A plus B plus C, the whole square. So that is equal to A square plus B square plus C square plus 2 times of AB plus BC plus CA. So this is identity. I hope you all are well aware about A plus B the whole square. That's a quite common identity. So this contains 3 terms. So therefore A plus B plus C the whole square, that is A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. We can take that 2 as common. So from this expression, you just consider what is this A square plus B square plus C square. How to find that one? So that is A square plus B square plus C square. So you just take the expressions towards left side, that is A plus B plus C the whole square minus 2 times of AB plus BC plus CA. So we have the values for these expressions. A plus B plus C, that is 10. So this is 10 square minus 2 times of AB plus BC plus CA, that's equal to 40. As this 10 square, that's equal to 100, and this one that is 80. So the answer is 20. So that is option 2. The next question, the side of an equilateral triangle is 4a. Find its altitude. So in an equilateral triangle, if you're considering an equilateral triangle, so that's based on the results. So here we just consider an equilateral triangle. So consider an equilateral triangle. So its altitude means that's the line drawing from that vertex to the midpoint of its opposite side. So this altitude is named as h, and the side, each side, that is a. Got it? So what is the relationship between this height and a? Usually this a. Got it? Here height is equal to root 3 by 2a. So this is the relationship basically, because usually we are expressing the side of an equilateral triangle as a, then its height is equal to root 3 by 2a. But here the side of this equilateral triangle is 4a. Then what is the height? So instead of this a, if it is 4a, this is 4a, this is 4a, then what is the height here? So that is, here height is equal to root 3 by 2 4a. Instead of a, this is the usual expression. So here this is 4a. So what it will become 2. So this is 2 root 3a. Got it? So that is 2 root 3a. The answer is the last option. So that is 2 root 3a. Okay, then move to the next question. The second last one. Sin theta equal to 5 by 8. So you just think about, is there any Pythagorean triplet which contains 5 and 8? So you can catch 8, 15, 17 is there. That means we are thinking about to frame such a right angle. So if there is not any such values exist, what you have to consider, then you can apply the identity. So we know that the famous identity, or the very common identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Based on this identity, you can easily catch what is cos square theta in terms of sin square theta. That is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. Therefore, what is cos theta? So that is root of 1 minus sin square theta. So we are applying this result here. We have the value of sin theta. So that is 5 by 8. Then sin square theta. So that is 1 minus 5 by 8 the whole square. Got it? So this is the value. So we are simplifying this one. This is equal to root of. So this is 1 minus 25 by 64. So after simplifying this value, this is 64 minus 25. 64 minus 25. So that will be equal to 39. Root 39 by, what is 64? Its root. So that's equal to 8. Hence the answer is root 39 divided by 8. So like this way we can easily find out applying this identity for finding the answer. Then move to the final question. Express 50 gram as a percentage of 4 kilogram. So 50 gram, express it as a percentage of 4 kilogram into 100%. So this is the way of expression. But a very important point, here we have to equate the units. So we know that 50 gram and 4 kilogram. 4 kilogram is how we can convert it into grams. As we know, 1 kilogram equal to 1000 grams. Therefore, 4 kilogram, that is equal to 4000 grams. So into 100%. So we can simplify the like terms here. 0, 0 we can cancel. So what it will become? So this will be equal to gram, gram cancel, 0, 0 cancel. So what about this one? This is 1 by 80. So 1 by 80 is 40. Therefore, this is 1 by 80 into 100%. So simplify these values here. So while we are simplifying, this is 1 by this 180. We can simplify both the values divisible by 20. This is 5 by 4%. What is y by 4? This is 1.25%. Otherwise, we know that what is the corresponding percentage value of 1 by 8? because what is 25% its corresponding fraction? So percentage, 25% its corresponding fraction is 1 by 4. So therefore 1 by 8 is its half, that is 12.5%. As 1 by 8 is 12.5%, this is 1 by 80, that is 1.25%. So like this way we can catch the answer here. Here the answer is option 4. So these are the set of 25 questions from the CUET model exam. Hope you all performed well in this set of questions, because most of the questions are easy or moderate level, or most of the questions below moderate level. So therefore it's quite easy to answer all the questions. And right now you are really confident in your knowledge wise foundation, because you already went through some of the questions or some of the set of questions. And seriously, while observing those questions, you can collect some of the additional information related to the basic concepts which are frequently tested in these types of exams. So those are the basic, very basic fundamental concepts of the aptitude areas. So you have to learn these all basic ideas from each and every questions. So it's a strategical way, or we have to develop some of the strategical approaching styles based on these mock exams. And you have to design an approaching styles. So then you will get the idea how you can save your time. So that you have to consider your time management skill as well as the question management skill. So like that, you have to develop a strategy to approach these kinds of questions. So right now we can wind up. Thank you.
The questions which is starting from blood relations. So here A plus B means, well, you are aware of the model, right? So A plus B means A is the mother of B, A minus B means A is the brother of B, etc. So how do we deal with this question? Look at what exactly we need to find out. P is the maternal uncle of Q. So P is the maternal uncle of Q. That means P must be the brother of mother of Q. Mother of Q. So this is what we need to find out. And which relation, which of the following relation represents this P is the brother of Q's mother? So look at the first one. This is pretty much trial and error method. Q. Here Q minus N. So Q minus N means what? Q is the brother of N. So Q is the brother of N. And N plus M means what? N is the mother of M. So, well, N is the mother of M, and well, P, what is that? M and P. M and P are what? M is the, A into B means A is the sister of P. So M is the sister of P. So Q minus N, well, Q is the brother of B. Q is the brother of, this case, Q minus N means Q is the brother of N. So this case, can we say that P is the maternal uncle of Q? So see, look at this. P, well, P is not the uncle, Q is the uncle. This case, what we need is P is the maternal uncle. So this first answer choice doesn't work for us. How about second one? P plus S into N minus Q. So P plus S, what is that P plus S? A is the mother of B, so P is the mother of S. And this is P plus S, then S into N. S into N means, well, S into N means S is the sister of N. So S must be the sister of N. Now what we are looking for is Q. N minus Q means N is the brother of Q. N minus Q, N is the brother of Q. N must be the brother of Q. Now what P? P is what? P is a female. How do we say P is the maternal uncle of Q? So that beginning of this answer choice itself, you can see that P is a female. So P cannot be the uncle. So you don't need to proceed with that answer choice. Next one is P minus M. So P minus M, well, P is the brother of M. So in this case, P is a male. So P can be the uncle. That's fine. So P minus M. then what we have is m plus n. M plus n means what? M is the mother of n. So m is the mother of n, mother, female, and next n into q. So n into q means what? N is the sister of q. So n is a sister of q. So n is a sister. So this case, look at this. What we need is p is the maternal uncle of q. So p must be the maternal uncle. Q and p and q and n are siblings, and their mother is m, and p is the brother of q's mother. So that case, this is the answer choice we have. These kind of questions, it's a bit time consuming. That means you have to probably dedicate 5 seconds for this first answer choice, maybe 5 or 10 seconds for the second answer choice. In 30-40 seconds you get the answer. That's what it is. Now 27, similar type of question. A plus B means A is the brother of B. So ultimately, what kind of question we are looking for? This is what? Which of the following means C is the son of M? C must be the son of M. Okay, so let's try the answer choices. M minus N. M minus N means this is minus. A is the sister of B. M minus B, A is the sister of B. So M minus N, M is the sister of N. So M is the sister of N. And second one, N into C. This one, relation here, N into C. N into C means what? What is that? Multiplication. N into C means N is the father of C. So N is the father of C. Now, last part, C plus F. C plus F means C is the brother of F. C is the what? Brother of F. So this case, look at this. What we need is C is the son of M. But this case, C is the son of what? N. So that doesn't work. Second one, F minus C. F minus C, what is that minus? This is A is the sister of B, that is A minus B. So F minus C means F is the sister of C. F is the sister. And what is the second part? C plus N. C plus N means C is the brother of N. C is the brother of N. C must be the brother of N. And N into M means N into M means, what is that? This is N into M. N into M means N is the father of M. N must be the father of M. So this case, well, C is the uncle of M, right? So what means C is the son of M. So second one doesn't work. Then N plus M. Next one, N plus M. N plus M, N is the brother of M. N must be the brother of M. M minus F means M is the sister of F. M is the sister of F. And, well, finally, into C. F into C. F into C means what? This is what it is. F is the father of C. F is the father of C. So this case, again, that doesn't work. Next one. Last answer choice, we'll check it out. M into N. M into N means this is what it is. M is the father of N. M is the father of N. And N minus C, this is what it is. N minus C means N is the sister of C. N must be the sister of C. And C plus F means what? C is the brother of F. So C must be the brother of F. So ultimately, N, C, and F are siblings, and M is the father. So C is the brother of N. So C is a male. So clearly we can say that C is the son of M. So in this case, the last answer choice gives you the right pair or right answer choice. So that case, you know what, if you start from the first answer choice, you have to verify 1, 2, up to 3. And 3 answer choices, if you are not really getting the answer, then last one must be the answer. You don't need to verify the last one, that case. So in this case, you have to go up to 3, verify the 3 answer choices. And the third one, first, second, and third one are they are not the answers, then go for the last one. That's how it is. Next question, what we have is 28. Which of the following diagrams correctly represents the relation among doctors, lawyers, and professionals? Doctors, lawyers, and professionals. Of course, we know that doctors and lawyers are professionals, right? At the same time, doctor is not a lawyer. Two different professions. So the answer must be 1. Second one. Which of the diagram best illustrates the relation among sun, planets, and earth? So earth is a planet, sun is not a planet. So ultimately the answer is what? Planets. Inside planet we have earth. Earth is a subset of planet and sun is different. Sun is separate. So this is the answer. Now number 30. What you have is 4:6. So 4:6. 4:6, or well, the difference is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. And here, naturally the answer what come to your mind is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. If you have an answer 14, that would be the correct answer. So if the question is really simple, you may have answer choice 14 here. If the question is not that simple, then what you can expect? 4:6 and something is to 16. So what you can expect? What kind of answer? Other than this 14, what are the possible answers we can expect? Well, this is, you can take it as 2 square plus 2 is 6, correct? This is 2 square, this is 2 square plus 2 is 6. Same way here, can we take it as, let's say, 3 square plus 3. 3 square plus 3 is 12. So that's not possible. 4 square plus 4 is 20. So that relation doesn't work. Then next thing what come to our mind is 4 plus 2. 2 means half of 4. So that is 6. Same way, some number plus half of that number must be 16. So what is that number? Some number plus half of that number. So let's say if it is 10, half of 10 must be 5. 10 plus 5 is 15. So 11. So if you take 11, 11 plus half of 11 is what? 5.5. So 11 plus 5.5, it is 16.5. That doesn't work. Then 4 into 1.5 is 6. That's another relation. 4 into 1.5 is 6. So some number into 1.5 must be 16. So what that number? X into 1.5 must be 16. So what is x then? X is equal to 16 divided by 1.5. So what do you get? 160 divided by 15. 160 divided by 15. 160 is not a multiple of 15. So you get a decimal number. That's what it is. All right. So these are the different possibilities you may have. Still, if you look for that, you may get many other possibilities here. So this is 1 into 2. This is 2 into 3. So 1 into 2, 2 into 3. And what is this? Can be taken as 4 into 4, right? 4 into 4. So this 1 into 2, this is 2 into 3. So if you continue that way, 1 into 2, 2 into 3. Next one, 3 into 4, 4 into 5. That doesn't work. If it is 4 into 4 and to this one, we can take 3 into 4. So 3 into 4 and 4 into 4. Actually, in this case, it's 1 into 2 and 2 into 3. So these two are not really the same patterns. So this is how we verify the questions for the correct possible answers. Here we have the perfect answer 14, so that's good enough. Number 31. Sun nuclear dash is extended. What is that extended? So sun means nuclear family. Okay, fine. So nuclear family, normal case, who are the members? The parents, mother, father, and we have son and daughter, right? So it could be 2 children, 3 children, doesn't matter. Usually nuclear family means the smallest version. So it could be 2 children, right? Son, daughter, anyhow. So son, it's nuclear. Then what is extended? If it's father, father is a part of nuclear family. Mother, mother is a part of nuclear family. Daughter is a part of nuclear family, and which is not really the part of nuclear family, definitely cousin. Cousin is what? Either that's children of father's brother or the children of mother's brother. So that's cousin. So cousin is the part of your family, then that must be extended family. So here the answer choice is cousin. All right, next one, 32. Find the odd one out. Find the odd one out. Unfaithfulness, loyalty, betrayal, and infidelity. So find the one which is different, one which is different in meaning. Actually, unfaithfulness and loyalty, two different meanings. And betrayal and loyalty, means two different meanings, right? And then betrayal and infidelity, again, same way. So that means unfaithfulness and betrayal and infidelity, it is not having the same meaning of loyalty, and loyalty is different from the group. That's how it is. Now we have 33. 33, find the odd one. That's a similar type of question. We have odd one out. We have cat, dog, fox, and rabbit. There are different ways of classifying it in order to find the odd one out. Cat, domestic animal. Dog, domestic animal. A rabbit, of course, domestic as well. So rabbit, then fox can be the answer. Fox is not a domestic animal. So that's one way of looking at it. And of course, there are different ways of looking at it. I'm pretty sure some of you have a different answer. In this case, cat, dog, and fox are carnivores, right? And rabbit is what? Herbivores. So that's a herbivorous animal. And at the same time, we don't use the meat of cat, dog, and fox for eating. Well, especially in India, but in some other countries they may use it. Anyhow, so cat, dog, and fox we don't use for eating, but we use the rabbit meat as a food. So that case, rabbit is different. Or rabbit, you can take it as herbivores. So that's different as well. So ultimately, rabbit can be the answer, and the fox can be the answer as well. So this case, this question, if you need to have the correct logical order of questions, then it must be like this: dog, 3 fox, and fourth one rabbit. And if we have another answer choice, let's say fifth answer choice, either 3 or 4, either 3 or 4, then the correct answer is either 3 or 4. Actually, this question we have taken it from different sources. It may be like previous exams, those kind of things. So previous exams, some of the previous exam, you may have logical error in those questions as well. So this question has a slight logical error. That means it has what, 2 different answers, and we don't have an answer choice to represent those 2 answers. So that's the issue with this question. Next one is 34. In a row of students, Ravi's class, in a row of students of Ravi's class, Ravi is 17th from the either end of the row. So Ravi is 17th from the either end of the row. That means from the left, Ravi is 17, from the right, Ravi is 17. So that's Ravi is here. So how many persons to the left of Ravi? 16. And how many persons to the right of Ravi? That must be 16 as well. So 16 plus 16, 32 plus Ravi, 33 students in the class, or 33 students in that row. Okay, fine. Number 35. Atul finds that he is 12th from the right in a line of boys and 4th from the left. How many boys should be added to the lines in such that there are 28 boys in the line? So first of all, we'll check at how many boys in the line. Atul finds he is 12th from the right. So Atul, 12th from the right, that means to the right of Atul there are 11 boys. And at the same time, he is 4th from the left. This Atul is 4th from the left. So 4, he is 4th from the left. That means to the left of him we'll have what, 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So ultimately, you can take it this way: 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 11, 15. Or you may take it this way: 12 plus 4, that is 16. That means if you take 12 plus 4, Atul is added 2 times. So 12 plus 4 is 16, minus 1 is 15. Or you take it this way: 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 11 is 15. Anyway, we have 15 boys and we need to get 28. So how many must be added? 13 must be added with that. So the answer 13. Now question number 36. In a certain code, tiger is written as QDFHS. Tiger, QDFHS. And what is the code for fish? How it is coded? We go for, normal case, we go for position values of letters. What is it? 20, 17, 9, 4, and this one is 7, 6, 5, 8, and this is 18, this is 19. So what is the difference here? 20 minus 3, that's 17, and 9 minus 5, that's 4, 7 minus 1, 5 plus 3, and 18 plus 1, that's 19. And if you apply the same pattern like minus 3, minus 5, minus 1, plus 3 with that fish has only 4 letters, this tiger has 5 letters. So if you try that, what we get? Do we get the answer? Let's try that. Fish. If you apply the same pattern as minus 3, we'll try that. Minus 3, minus 3, minus 5, and minus 1 plus 3. So when you do that, what you get is f minus 3. F is 6, 6 minus 3 is C. And we don't have any answer choice starting from C. So that possibility doesn't work for us. So we have to think about something else. Is there anything else we see? Any other pattern you see here? Pretty sure at least some of you have got it by this time, the pattern. So what exactly it is? See that R is here. And we have Q here. So R minus 1 is Q. E and D. So E minus 1, 5 and 4, and 7 and 6, 1, 9 and 8, 20 and 19. So actually it's a crisscross pattern. You see that? E is coded as D, and G is coded as F, I is coded as H, and T is coded as S. And if you apply the crisscross pattern for fish, that means H minus 1. H minus 1 is what? G. S minus 1 is R, so GR. So of course we have answer choices are, some of the answer choices are starting from GR. So this one is not GR, this one is not GR. So that's 2 of them are out. Now we have 2 possibilities. Well, I minus 1 is H and F minus 1 is E. So GRHE. So GRHE right here. So we got the answer. So that's the pattern. Number 37. In a certain code, frozen is written as OFAPSG. OFAPSG. So frozen. OFAPSG. And what is it? Position values. Let's try the position values here. 6. This is 15. All right. 18. This one is 6. And 15. This is either 1 or you can take it as 27. Either position value can be either 1 or 27. And this is 26 and this is P. P is what? 16. E and S. So E is 5 and S is for 19. So N and G, 14 and 7. So we don't see any specific pattern. 6 and 6 plus 9 is 15. And 18 minus 12 is 6, and 15 and can be taken as 1, then minus 14, 15 and 27 if you take it as plus 13. So that doesn't give us any kind of pattern. Now crisscross pattern, N and O. N minus and plus 1 is O. E plus 1 is F. Okay, that's good. Then Z plus 1 is A. Okay, good. O plus 1 is P. R plus 1 is S. Okay, that's a crisscross pattern. And F plus 1 is G. Perfectly all right. So if that's a crisscross pattern, we go for the answer molten. So this is what? N plus. This case we have taken plus. So molten, when you take molten, so N plus 1 is O, right? So N plus 1 is O, and E plus 1 is F, T plus 1 is U, and L plus 1, see that, here, L, here O plus 1 P, so L plus 1, that's M, O plus 1 is P, and M plus 1 is N. So OFUMPN. OFUMPN. So this is the answer. Let's try the next one. Number 38. Number 38. A dice is numbered from 1 to 6 in different ways. If 1 is opposite to 5, so 1 must be opposite to 5. So probably you know what is a dice. So that's the shape of a dice. So this is what it is. It's a Rubik cube, but it's a dice as well, right? So cube and dice, what's the difference between cube and dice? A cube is not really marked. This is not marked here, 1, 2, 3, or A, B, C, D, it is not marked. So it's a cube. And if it is marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or it's A, B, C, D, E, F, etc., those kind of things, if it is marked, it is called a dice. So this case, a dice is numbered 1 to 6 in different ways. 1 is opposite to 5. So 1 and 5 are opposite. Let's say 1 is here, then 5 must be here. So 1 and 5 are opposite. At the same way, we have 2 is opposite to 3. So 2 and 3 are opposite. So 5 and 1 are opposite, 2 and 3 are opposite. Now what we have is, it's given to us, 1 is opposite to 5, 2 is opposite to 3. So naturally we have 6 numbers, right, 1 to 6. So if 1 is opposite to 5, 2 is opposite to 3, then naturally 4 must be opposite to 6. Okay, so that case, what are these answer choices given? Which one is correct? We will check it. 4 is adjacent to 3 and 6. Well, what it is we have here is 1 is opposite to 5, 2 is opposite to 3, 4 is opposite to 6. Let's say if 4 is here in the front, then 6 must be at the back. So 4 and 6 this way. Orange is here, so 4 and 6. If that 4 and 6, you know what, if they are opposite, how come this 4 is adjacent to 6? 4 is adjacent to 3, that part is going to be fine, but how come this 4 is adjacent to 6? Not possible. So this one doesn't work. Then 4 is adjacent to 5 and 6. Well, 4 cannot be adjacent to 6. 4 is opposite to 6. These two faces, they are opposite, means they cannot be adjacent. So 4 is adjacent to 5 and 6, not possible. 4 can be adjacent to 5, but 4 cannot be adjacent to 6. Now 2 is adjacent to 4 and 6. Well, 2 can be adjacent to 4 and 6. That's possible. Because you know what, 2 is opposite to 3. If, let's say, this is 4 and 6, my fingers are on 4 and 6. Let's say this is 4 and this one is 6. So if it is 4 and 6, if you have 2 and 3, 2 and 3 you can take anywhere. Let's say 2 is taken here or 2 is taken here. If 2 is taken here, anyhow, if 2 is taken anywhere here, then 2 is adjacent to what? 4 and 6. That's perfectly all right. Then 6 is adjacent to 3 and 4. Well, 6 can be adjacent to 3, but 6 cannot be adjacent to 4 because 3 and 6 are adjacent fine, but 6 and 4 are opposite. So 4 and 6, they are opposite, so 6 cannot be adjacent to 4. So that doesn't work. So the only possibility, 2 is adjacent to 4 and 6. Next one. 39. What was the day of the week 16th of July 1776? So this is a calendar based question. How do we solve it? 16th of July 1776. Some of the questions what we have done earlier from the calendars, you have a reference date given. For example, if today let's say 19th of June or 22nd of June, doesn't matter. If 23rd of June or 25th of June, that doesn't matter. If 25th of June 2022, if it is, let's say, Friday, then how about like 25th of June in the year 2035? So that when reference date is given to you, that is 25th of June 2022, and you need to find the 25th of June in 2035, the year 2035. That case, reference date is given and you need to find another date. In this case, we don't have a reference date given. Straight away, the question is asking for you to find 16th of July 1776. Those kind of questions, what we usually do, we'll take it from the beginning of AD. That means AD 1 onwards. How many years completed so far? That is what we calculate. How many years completed so far and how many odd days for those years. And we know that for a leap year, every leap year 1 odd day. Sorry, 2 odd days. Every non-leap year 1 odd day. Non-leap year 1 odd day. And based on that, we need to find how many odd days for 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. So how do we find that? So first 100 years, that means from first AD to 100 AD, there are 100 years. In that 100 years, how many leap years and how many non-leap years? In order to find the number of 4 days in 100 years, we need to know how many leap years and how many non-leap years. If it is 100 days, it's pretty simple. You can find the number of 4 days. If it is 100 days, it's what? 100 by 7, whatever the remainder you get, that's the answer. That is 400 days. But for 100 years, it's different. 100 years. What is that difference? That means in 100 years, we need to find how many leap years and how many non-leap years in order to calculate how many odd days in 100 years. So, how do we do it? From AD 1 to AD 100, we have 100 years. 100 years. 100 years means how many leap years and how many non-leap years? Normal case is 25 leap years and balance 75 non-leap years. Well, probably you remember we have discussed about when it comes to century years, for example, like years such as 1800, 2000, 900, 1200, all those kind of years. These are century years. That means it's a multiple of 100. If it's a century year, in order to be a leap year, it must be divisible by 400 if it's a century year. But if it's a normal year, like 1952 or 1971, whatever it is, those kind of years, these are not century years, 1952 and 1971. Those kind of years, if it's a leap year, it must be a multiple of 4. But this case, for the century years, if it's a leap year, it must be a multiple of 400. So when you take the first 100 years, 1 to 100, we take it as every 4th year is a leap year. So year 4 is a leap year, year 8, year 12, 16, 20, etc. When you count it that way, we have 25 leap years under the assumption that 100th year is a leap year as well. However, 100th year, in this case, it's a century year. If it's a century year, it's not a leap year. So, in our assumption, this is not really 25 leap years, it's 24 leap years. Because the 100th year is not a leap year. 100 is a multiple of 4, but it's not a multiple of 400. If it's a century year, it must be a multiple of 400 to be a leap year. So 24 leap years plus. So total 100 years, that doesn't change. So if it is 24 leap years, balance must be 76 non-leap years. So ultimately, we are trying to find how many odd days in 100 years. So 24 leap years, every leap year 2 odd days. So 24 into 2, every leap year 2 odd days. And 76 into 1. So ultimately, when you add it, this is 24 into 2, 48. 76 into 1, 76. 76 plus 48, that's equivalent to 74 plus 50. That is 124. 124 divided by 7. So 124 odd days, that must be, you need to simplify it. So 124 divided by 7. So this is total 124. In order to find the final number of 4 days, 124 must be divided by 7. The remainder what you get, 124 by 7, the remainder what you get is 5. So for 100 years, how many odd days you have? 5 odd days. So 100 years, 5 odd days. 200 years, well, 100 years 5 means 200 years, 5 plus 5 is 10. But 10 is above 7, right? So we have to divide the 10 with 7 again. So 10 by 7, remainder is what? 3. 200 is 3. Then 300, well, we have 1 odd day. And 400 years we have 0 odd days. That's the odd days we have. Now, how do we use that in this calculation? Let's take a look at this. What we are going to do right here, we need to find the number of years or number of odd days from the beginning of the first 30. So in this case, 16th July 1776, that is the day we need to find out. So 1776, July 16. So how many years completed so far? When you start counting from the first 30, how many years completed? This is the year we are in 1776, July 16, right? So that's 1776, that year is not completed. So the number of years completed is 1775. When we complete that 1775 years, that is on December 31st, 1775. After December 31st, 1775, what do you have? Next year is 1776. And in that year, 1776, we have up to 16th of July. We start from January, February, March, the year 1776, January, February, March, April, May, June, and we have up to July 16. That's what it is. So first of all, we need to calculate how many years completed? 1775 years complete. In 1775 years, how many odd days you have? Well, what we know is 100 years, how many odd days? 200 years, how many odd days? 300 years, 400 years, how many odd days? So if it is, let's say, 700 years, how many odd days? 700 years, how many odd days? How do you calculate using this? 700, what we do, we just split it as the largest multiple of 400 plus balance 300. So 400, how many odd days? 0 odd days. 300, how many odd days? 1 odd day. So 0 plus 1, what you have is 1. So how many odd days for this 700 years? 1 odd day. And how many odd days for 300 years? So 1300 means largest multiple of 400 and 1300 is 1200 plus 100. So 1200 is a multiple of 400. So it's 400 plus 400 plus 400. That means 0 plus 0 plus 0. So 0. Then 100 means what? 5 odd days. So 0 plus 5, we have 5. Ultimately, how much you get? 5 odd days. For what? 1300 years. 1300 years, 5 odd days. Okay, we use the same method over here. So we have completed 1775 years. So how many odd days you have? So you split it as the largest multiple of 400, that it means 1600, plus 100 plus 75 years. Now we need to calculate the number of odd days. 1600 means it's 0 odd days. Plus 100 years means 5 odd days. Plus we have 75 years. 75 years, in order to find the number of odd days in 75 years, we need to find how many leap years and how many non-leap years. So in order to find the number of leap years in 75, well, every 4th year is a leap year. So 75, if you divide 75 by 4, the quotient what you get. So let's say 75 divided by 4, the quotient what you get, this is 18. 18 into 4 is 72. And remainder what you get is 3. So in this case we are not really taking the remainder. If you divide the number with 7, we take remainder in order to find the number of odd days. In this case our purpose is not really to find the number of odd days here or the remainder here. We need to find how many leap years in 75 years. So 18 leap years. So what you have is 18 leap years plus. In 75, 18 leap years are there. 75 years, 18 leap years. The balance, how many non-leap years? Well, 75 minus 18. 75 minus 20 is 55. So 57 leap years. 57 non-leap years actually. These are 18 are leap years, so 57 non-leap years. Okay, so let's look at that. 18 plus 57, that's 57 plus 18, 57 plus 10 is 67, 67 plus 8 is 75, perfectly ordered. So 18 leap years and 57 non-leap years. Out of that 18 leap years, how many odd days you have? 18 into 2 plus 57 and 57 non-leap years, every non-leap year, 1 odd day. So we have 1 non-leap year. So that is 18 into 2, 36, 36 plus 57. So how much is that? 36 plus 57. Or you can add this way, 36 and this is 57, we have a 5 here as well. So 36 plus 5 is 41. So that 41 plus 57. Or you take it as 58 plus 40. 58 plus 40 is what? 98. So 98, so total number of days what you have is 98. So that 98 by 7, what you get, the remainder? 98 is a multiple of 7. So remainder is 0. So 17,775 years, what you have, 0 days. Now we have the year 1776. We have to go up to July from January. So January onwards, January we have 31 days, February, the year is 1776. It's a leap year or a non-leap year? 1776. So in order to find whether it's a leap or non-leap year, we need to divide that with 4. If it's a multiple of 4, then it's a leap year. So in this case, in order to find the divisibility or the divisibility test for 4 is the last 2 digits must be multiplied by 4, divided by 4. So 76 by 4. 76 by 4, is it a multiple of 4? Or 76 by 4, do you get 0? Reminder? Of course, the nearest multiple of 4 which we can easily remember is 80. 80 is a multiple of 4. Actually, 80 minus 4 is 76. So 76 is a multiple of 4. So 76 is a leap year. If it's a leap year, February has what? 29 days. And March 31 days. April 30 days. May 31 days. June, how many? 30 days. And July 16 days. And you need to add all these numbers together and then divide that with 7. So then only you get the total number of odd days. So let's do it. So July what? 16. So when you add it, what do you get? 31 we have 29, 31, 30, 31, 30, right? So take 30s. 30, we take 30 from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you put 1 right here, make it 30 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 30s. So 6 into 30, how much is that? 180. And this 1 has already been taken for 29. Then the balance ones you have 1, 2, and you have a 16 here. So that's become 18. So 180 plus 18, 198, correct? 180 plus 18, 198. So 198, then you have to divide that by 7. What do you get the remainder? 140 is a multiple of 10, right? So 140, then 140 plus how much is 198? Think about it. 140 plus 58. So 58, in that 58 divided by 7, remainder must be 2, right? So the remainder of 2, number of odd days what we have is 2. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. You can do that in slightly more simpler way. So this case, rather than adding all these numbers, you can divide that with 7 and write the remainder here. So 31 by 7 we have 3. 29 by 7, what's the remainder? 1. And 31 by 7 you have again 3. And 30 by 7 what you have is 2. And 31 by 7 what you have is 3. And 30 by 7 remainder is what? 2. And 16 by 7 remainder is what? 2. So let's add it up. 3 plus 1, 4, 7, 9, 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. All right, so that's 16 divided by 7. What you get, the remainder is 2. That's same as the remainder of 198 by 7. That's 2 as well. So you can do it this way. Another interesting result we'll have from here, if you look at the first 6 months of any year. So look at this, first 6 months. If you look at first 6 months, what do you hit? 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 2 9, 12, then it's 14. Up to here it's 14. So these are the 6 months. July is the next month. Okay, fine. So this is 14. What do you get when you add it up? 4, 7, 9, 12 plus 2 is 14. So 14 divided by 7, what you get, the remainder is 0. So the first 6 months of a leap year, what do you get? You get the remainder 0. So number of 4 days is 0. So if you have first 6 months together, you can take the number of 4 days 0 plus July you have 16 days. So 16 by 7, what's remainder is 2. So what you get is 2 odd days. If it is 2 odd days, what day of the week it is? Okay, so that's interesting. If it is 2 odd days, what do you get? So this is what we have for that. 0 odd days, it's considered as Sunday. So finally, when you get the number of odd days, if it's 0, it's Sunday. 1 odd day means Monday, and 2 odd days means Tuesday, and 3 means Wednesday, 4 means Thursday, and 5 means Friday, and 6 means what? Saturday. And of course, if you get 7 odd days, 7 by 7, what you get, remainder 0. 0 means again Sunday. Well, we take remainder here, not the quotient. 7 by 7, quotient is 1, but remainder is what? 0. 0 means Sunday. So it repeats. So 0 Sunday, again next. If you have 8 days, 8 by 7, remainder is 1. So again 1 means Monday. So it repeats. So it's pretty much cyclical. Okay, so that case, here what you got is not total number of 4 days. What you got is 2. So 2 means what? Tuesday. The answer is what? Tuesday. So that is how you find the answer for these kind of questions. We have a similar question here. In this case, we have 15th of August, what? 2010. Okay, so 2010. If it is 2010, we do the similar method here. How many years completed? So 2000, this is 15th August 2010 is the date we are looking for. So how many years completed? 2009 years completed. The year 2010 is not really completed. So 2009 years completed. That means we are on 31st of December 2009. The next year what is have is 2010, right? After 31st December 2009, we have 2010. So 2010 we have from January to August 15th. So August 15th. Okay, so in 2000 years, how many odd days we have? We split it as the largest multiple of 400 plus balance how many years? 9 years. In 2000 years, 2000 means it's 400 5 times, 400 plus 400 plus, so it's 0 plus 0 plus 0 5 times, right? So that is 0 odd days. And 9 years. 9 years, how do you find the number of 4 days in 9 years? If it's 9 days, 9 by 7, you get 2. But this is 9 years. So that case, you have to take it as how many leap years and how many non-leap years in 9 years. So we have 2 leap years and the balance non-leap years. 7 non-leap years in those days, in those years. So 2 leap years, 2 into 2 is 4, and 7 non-leap year is 1, 7 into 1. So 7 plus 4, 11. So we have 11 odd days here. 11 by 7, remainder is what? 4. So total 4 odd days on this side. And we need to check it on this side. January to June. As we have discussed earlier, the first 6 months of this one is a leap year or a non-leap year. The last 2 digits, is it a multiple of 4? Last 2 digits, it's 10. 1 and 0, right? So it's 10. So that number, is it a multiple of 4? No. So it's not a leap year, it's a non-leap year. For a non-leap year, January to June, the number of 4 days must be 6. For a non-leap year. For a leap year, that number of 4 days would be 0 here. That 1 day difference comes from the number of days in February. February in a leap year 29. So number of 4 days will get what? 6 plus 1 is 7. And that 7 divided by 7 you get 0 for a leap year. But this case what you get is 6 when you count it. January we have 31 days, 31 by 7. And February you have 28 days, 28 by 7. You take that remainder, finally what you get 6. Then after that, June, you have 2 more months, July and August. July we have 31 days, 31 divided by 7, what's the remainder? 3. And August we have 15, 15 divided by 7, what do you have? Remainder is 1. So ultimately what you have here is 3, and here it's 1, and here it's 6. So 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus 4. It's 14. So 14 means 14, total 14 divided by 7. What's the remainder? 0. So 0 odd days. 0 odd days means what? As we have done earlier, look at this. 0 odd days means it's Sunday. So we have what? Sunday. So the answer is Sunday. That's the case. So question number 41. Here, arrange the given words in alphabetical order and tick the one that comes last. So arrange it in alphabetical order. We are looking for one which comes last. So when we look at it, which one comes first? This one comes first. And which one comes second? These are L-A-V, this is L-A-T, this is L-A-V. So this one comes second. And which comes third? This one comes third. Lavender, and this is lavishing. So this is the last one in the alphabetical order. So that's the answer. We need to tick the one that comes last. So that's the answer. 42. Which comes the first in the dictionary? Okay, carom, cramming, carrier, carton. Okay, so CA. Any other one? Yes, this one is CA, this one is CA. So after that CA, after that 2 letters CA, which one is the next letter? Here it's R, here it's R, here it's R as well. So 3 letters are common. C-A-R, C-A-R, C-A-R. So after that 3 letters, then we have T here. This one is T, and this one is again R, and this one is R as well. So when we take these two, that's pretty similar, right? So then we need to look at which letter is after that R. Here it's O, here it's I. So which one is going to be, among these two, which one is going to be the first one? Among these two, which one is going to be the first one? This is going to be the first one, right? And look at cramming. So that is only after CA, right? So this is CR. So that's maybe the last one. So this is the 4th one. And we are looking for the first one. So this cannot be the first one. Among this is the first one, carrier. Next one. 43. 4, 10, 12, 46. So the number series 4, 10, 12, 46. What is next? Let's take the differences here. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 12 is, oh, well, this is 12. Then the difference must be 2. Okay, 10 plus 2 is 12. Then next one must be 46. So 12 and 46, what is that number? 12 and 46, that difference is 34. I think there is something wrong with this quotient. Let me check it. You know what, this one, actually this is 22. It's not 12. So, well, let's write it down. 4, 10, 22, and 46. So this is not 12, it is 22. So when you look at the differences, it's 6, and this is 12, and this difference is what? 24. It's pretty simple actually. 6 into 2 is difference. 6 into 2 is 12. 12 into 2 is 24. 24 into 2 is 48. So 46 and 48, how much is that? So 48, make it as 50. 50 plus 44. 50 plus 44 is 94. So the answer what we have is 94 right here. Okay, next one, 44. 0, 6, 20, 42. 0, 6, 20, 42. What's next? 0 and 6 difference is what? 6. 6 and 20, that difference is 14. And 20 and 42, that difference is 22. And that's one way of looking at it. Or then we can take the differences of differences. So that means 6 and 14, the difference is 8. 14 and 22, that difference is 8. And 22 plus 8 must be the next difference. So 22 plus 8, what do you get? 30. So 30 would be the next difference. So 42 plus the difference 30, that's 72. So the answer is 72. Number 45. Ravi is the brother of Amit's son. Okay, so Ravi is the brother of Amit's son. So the son of Amit, whoever it is. So this is Amit is here. Ravi is the brother and Amit's son. These two are males. And what is Amit's relation to Ravi? Amit's relation to Ravi. So Ravi's point of view, who is Amit? Well, Amit is the parent of Ravi, correct? Parent of Ravi. So we have the answer choices: cousin, father, grandfather, and son. So the answer must be father. But Amit, well, we are not sure about the gender of Amit. It says that Ravi is the brother of Amit's son. So Ravi is the brother of Amit's son. So Amit's son, and the gender of Amit is not clear. But since from the answer choices we don't have any other option, like mother is not given, data inadequate is not given, those possibilities are not given. So that means the answer must be father. Among the answer choices, the best answer is father. Number 46. A, Z, G, T. So let's look at the first letters. A, G, M, and what is this? A is 1, G is 7, M is 13. So 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 plus 6 is 13, 13 plus 6 is 19. So the first letter of your answer must be S. So how many answer choices you have starting from S? There's only one answer choice. That must be the answer. And if you want, you can take a look at second letters as well. Z, T. C is 26, T is what? 20, so minus 6. And 20 and 14, minus 6 again. So 14 minus 6 is 8. So 8 letters H. So SH. 47. ASECXEV. Seems like a straightforward question. A plus 2 is C. C plus 2 is E. E plus 2 is G. So the answer for the first letter of the answer is G. Well, we have two answer choices starting from G. So you have to look at the second letter. Z minus 2 is X. X minus 2 is V. V minus 2 is T. So T. GT would be the answer. GT. Number 48. Which diagram indicates a relation appropriately among vegetables or vegetable, brinjal, and cauliflower? So we know that brinjal and cauliflower are vegetables, but two different vegetables. But at the same time, brinjal and cauliflower are subsets of vegetables. So this is the answer. Next, number 49. Which of the following diagrams indicates the relation clearly among iron, lead, and nitrogen? So iron, lead, nitrogen. So there's three different things. Pretty simple. Iron cannot be the lead, lead cannot be the nitrogen. So that is what it is. Number 50. Moccasin is snake and something is shoe. First of all, what is moccasin? Moccasin is a type of snake which is seen in US. At the same time, if you Google moccasin, you can see that it's a type of shoes as well. So what is given here, moccasin is a type of snake. Same way, something is a type of shoes. So moccasin is a type of snake. Same way, something is a type of shoes. Which one is that? Alligator? Well, alligator is not a shoes. Waders? Well, I never heard of such a shoes. Waders. ASP, it could be a brand, but I never heard of ASP shoes. And loafer, yes, loafer is a type of shoes. I heard of that. So loafer is the answer. Okay, so this is what we have for today. So we have done that questions 25 to 50 and logical reasoning. And of course, we'll meet again with the next set of questions. See you then. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.